But authorities aren't just stepping up patrols on the roads. Tonight, more than a dozen people were arrested for BUIs in Tampa Bay this holiday weekend so far. That number is expected to rise after FWC finishes patrolling tonight. 10 Tampa Bay Shannon Close spent the day with Marine officers to see how law enforcement kept a watchful eye this year.
There tends to be at least double, almost triple the amount of boats that are normally out on the weekend.
For that reason, FWC officers like Jacob Carter spent their 4th of July patrolling our waterways.
There's been a lot more enforcement action out here, visual deterrence, just us being out here.
He says when it comes to BUIs, these patrols act as a deterrent.
I've seen the number go down.
From Saturday to Monday, FWC arrested 13 people for BUI in the Tampa Bay area.
Are you taking any medications or drugs?
We got a look at how FWC officers determine if someone's drinking and driving on the water.
Do not move your feet until the tasks are over.
Unlike a DUI test, this one is done sitting down. The officer will ask the suspected drunk driver a series of questions and have them perform tasks.
But keep your head still. Do not move. Just your eyes, okay?
A visual test is done with your eyes following an object. Motion tests with your hands.
1, 2.
Including touching your nose. And fun fact, this BUI test can be used for a driver on the road too.
BUI is different than a DUI. You do not lose your driver's license.
It is easier to get pulled over on the water. Take today, for example. Officer Carter pulled over this boat to see if they had the right safety equipment.
Okay, is there a child's life jacket?
Not in this case, but this is one way officers can find out if someone's drunk driving.
Once I get to the boat and start talking to them, that's when I start seeing some different signs.
Which could lead to a BUI. So this holiday, sail sober. In Polk County, Shannon Clow, 10 Tampa Bay.
FWC will remain out on the water tonight, and by the morning they will have new numbers for how many were arrested. First-time offenders for BUI face a fine of no more than $1,000 and up to 6 months in jail.